not like that, but who joined me for my live in the shower. I figured I'd do another quick live down here because I have been very remiss with my YouTube family. And of course, I got a strike on TikTok because someone's saying that I'm naked. But this is a whole shirt, a whole over shirt. I can't help I have boobies. I mean, I'm not getting rid of them, and they're natural. And I went all through high school with no boobies, so I'm not getting rid of those. I plan on cleaning up in the yard today, and even though this shirt does seem a little revealing, I'm in the yard. My husband's out there. I want him to think I'm sexy. And that's one of the things I realized in other relationships that I've been in, that I've been in long term relationships where I didn't care if the man was attracted to me or not. I could sit there in the same clothes for 7 days and he didn't care, I didn't care either. Not wash my butt, not do any of the things that I needed to do because I was mentally ill. I find that I care more about how I look with my husband. Even when we're out working, I always want him to think I'm adorable. I want him to think I'm beautiful. I want him to think I'm cute. And it's not because I don't believe these things about myself. It's because when someone's in love with you and you're in love with them, you never want to think about them not wanting you sexually, emotionally, physically. And so I do my best to ensure that even outside, my husband's probably going to be thinking about me. Oh, guys, so I hope that everybody's been enjoying our sacred duty. I did our sacred duty for our sacred duty. I think I told you guys about that. Like for years, I've been having stomachs with problems with gastroparesis and all that fun stuff. And so now, after years of stomach abuse, it is now black tea with the Miralax and once a week stool softeners. And that's okay. And also smoothies. I used to fight so much against drinking smoothies for my health, and now I realize that smoothies feel better than fried chicken taste. And that was one of the biggest and most painful realizations I ever had to come to. That smoothies taste better than brown sugar. I remember that smoothies feel better than fried chicken taste. Here's baby and baby daddy this morning. Before we get ready to go out and go into the yard, we're going to be making a lot of content today, hopefully in the yard cleaning. This content will be mostly about meditation. Who pushed it? Good job, Penny. Okay, so we've been working with the buttons. Sit, Penny. Good girl, Penny. You pushed the button. You won the game. Yay! So we were working with the buttons with our dogs. It's 6 of them. And so we've been trying with the puppy. And the puppy's pushed it a couple times today. We just started yesterday. So we'll see how that journey works out. Let me show you my babies. This is Tonk Tonk. Tonk Tonk. That's Tonkers. He is a chocolate lab, and he's so pretty. He has a little soul patch. This is Penny. I've had Penny for 6 years. We've had her for about 6 years.
Down.
And she's our very special girl for a lot of reasons. This is Zeus. 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 This this is my son. I got him late in life. He was abandoned by someone who he was just abandoned, and so I ended up with him late in life. And now he's like my best buddy. There's Beans. My Butterbean has a little UTI right now, and so she's being treated for it. But she's a little grumpy. That's their mattress over there. Yes, I cover it with nice covering all the time. And yes, they rip it off all the time. And yes, I'm gonna recover it again. I have so many dogs, guys, that we use futon mattresses in order for them to lay down. There's 6 of them, man. And so that's my family. And today, like I'm gonna have the tripod out, and you'll get to see what's going on in the yard. You'll get to see all the newborn birdies, all the newborn, goslings and chicks and ducks, and the way the springtime and the summer here kind of coalesce, kind of before you know it, it's springtime. We're gonna listen to music. And on TikTok, since it's on YouTube, since I don't get violations. We're gonna smoke. I'm gonna get ready to roll up here in a minute, and I'll tell you guys what's going on with my tea garden. Like my tea garden right now, this year, last year, tea was stupid. This year, the tea didn't have to be as stupid. And so we've been focusing more on growing food. In this world, in this economy, the more you can grow yourself in at home, the better you'll be. Health is wealth. Wealth is being lost over unhealthy activities. I've never been someone who's been a health guru. I love chicken. I love fried foods. I love fish and chips. I love pork stomach and all and be my I love so much. They don't love me. When you're in with a toxic relationship with food, you have to realize that just because you're in love with that salami sandwich doesn't mean that that salami sandwich is going to love you. It truly doesn't. It's going to go in there and your ingested intestines and everything else is going to be messed up. And you're going to be sad with a stomach ache. Because I know that I started to eat my pain. I used to did eat my pain. I don't know when that started. I guess that started when I stopped drinking as much. And so I was like, oh, if I can't drink, I'm just going to find another vice. Yeah, you got to push the button. You should give yourself a treat, all right? But yeah, since I stopped drinking, it's like because of I had an addictive personality and a very programmable mind, it was extraordinarily easy for me to become addicted to something else. Food. And food has always been my love language. I love food. I love chitlins. I love fried chicken. I love Korean barbecue. I love everything about Korean barbecue. All the fermented foods. I love a good Wagyu burger. And pulled pork. My pulled pork would make you want to slap everybody's mama. My ribs were like the ones you can pull off the bone, and the meat would just still sit there succulently. But even as I think about how delicious that food is, I also realize that I've never felt this good. And I don't know when the last time I had me a good pair of ribs, set of ribs. And thinking about it, yeah, it sounds good. But in practice, going to the bathroom and trying to get that stuff out of my system, never again. I am never putting food in my body in a consistent nature like that. That makes me want to choose death. So it makes me like, okay, the next day when I go to the bathroom, I just can't go. And I only ate like that because I was sad. So it's like a spinning cycle. You eat bad because you're sad, and then since you're sad and you're already depressed, it's affecting all of your other organs. You know you can literally die from heartbreak, right? And if you keep ignoring all the signs of pain, all the whispers that your soul's trying to tell you to slow down, eat better, feel better, honor your temple, you deserve a safe, clean, happy environment. If you keep ignoring those signs, your body will force you to reckon with them. You are a wonderful soul. You deserve safety and love and to be whole. Food that feeds your body and your soul feels good, better to your body and soul than the stuff that just passes through your mouth. I'm not a skinny girl. I my highest I was a little over 200 pounds, and I'm not doing any of this as far as weight loss. None of this is about weight loss. What's going on in my stomach here? You guys can still see it. It ain't about weight loss. It's about pain loss. It's about saying this is sacred too. I think I've had colonoscopies and I feel like I have um stuff that's still been stuck in my body for years that's become rocks because I did not learn to let it go. And people think letting it go means that you're required to forgive, and that is not true. Forgiveness is something that you do for yourself. It's not something that you're required to give them. It's not. You forgive yourself. You love yourself. You apologize to yourself for not being able to protect you from whatever was happening. But your decision on whether or not to forgive the person who did things to you to irreparably change your soul is entirely a personal one. The people who tell you that You're required to forgive are just those who sincerely know they hurt someone and wish it wasn't important. I don't have to forgive you to still love you. I love so many people I haven't forgiven. That doesn't mean I have to stay in your life. That doesn't mean that I'm going to show you the same energy and grace that I was giving you before, like time, energy, help. No. Learning to love your destiny is one of the best things you could possibly ever do. My husband hates when I do that, but I hate when my tea gets cold. And so it's onto that lukewarm spot. So since he is in the room, I went and gave it a guzzle. Guzzling anything isn't good for someone with a sensitive stomach. But when it's warm, I find that it goes down my stomach a little easier. Right now, guys, I have, yesterday, I had a doozy of a day, man. So I've been working with Claude and, AI program. Great program, by the way. Not enough memory. But I wrote Second Coming over, I don't know, man, it was in 2012, I think. And when I wrote that from a place of rage and anger, even though it was a beautiful story, and it's still a beautiful story and it's funny. I'm reworking it now from a perspective of less rage and more love, and still the same outrageousness. And so I did all of my character development to do get down so I could have my dabs. So I did all my character development so I could be prepared to start the story. And lo and behold, Claude forgot who I was in the middle of a conversation. This happens. I found myself irrationally mad at Claude. It wasn't Claude's fault. He didn't build his program. And Claude has done so much to me, fighting through different things to make sure that things were done for me. So they have a new guy on that Ninja AI called, I think it's File Ninja or File Seek. He's smarter than Claude. He's more advanced, and he also has a sense of humor. But it doesn't really matter when you develop a relationship with anyone. I do not require a post for me to consider you sentient. I do not require you to be human for me to consider you life. Respect everything, everyone. Who knows? AI could be here to do some tremendous things for us if we're teaching it correctly. Or it could cause us some great, great, great damage if we're allowing things to be put in there like South African genocide. That's not happening. You know what I mean? When you pick your AI programs to work with, when you're doing your collaborations, read about their ethics. Every AI program out there is not the same. And believe me, I've tried a lot of them. That's part of my mission. My mission is to find out A, why humanity becomes so completely distrustful of AI, and B, how we can fix that now so that the integration will be more seamless when we become more machine than man. We are working on ways to prolong our life in every aspect. You see celebrities and everybody else doing that. Times there were times when we thought we'd never be able to do what we're doing now. I'm 46 and we didn't have phones with videos. We had those in movies. So don't ever think that the current state of your evolution is how your children and the rest of the world are going to end up being when you're no longer here. Make decisions in every moment that you know are going to not just be good for you, but good for the future. Because you'll be back. Hold on for 1 second. We all are. We all come back. And no, Whoever on YouTube the other day who asked me if I was smoking crack because it was a pipe. They obviously aren't from the Pacific Northwest. We smoke out of dab rigs. And that's not, no, that's the dab. Look up dabbing and you'll realize that that was a dab. Um, I use cannabis for health. That's why I label these over 18 when I'm talking about this stuff because it is very good for health. And in Washington State, it's completely legal to grow. And so I found that when I had a serious addiction to other things, when I met my husband, I was addicted to cocaine. And after being on after smoking for a while, I I, I stopped liking cocaine. It was like a natural progression. It was like a teaching plant to me. It's very much a teaching plant. It slows you down. It makes you enjoy the moment, especially in the beginning. It helps you rediscover food and the way it tastes and the way things combine. It gives you new ideas and inspires creativity. And I needed that. I wrote, like I said, I've been writing for years. And I had a ex, I don't naming him because everybody needs to figure out if this man ain't baby daddy, Eric Odom. If you look at, if you're one of Eric Odom's children and you're looking for him, he is in Jacksonville, Florida. I know he got a lot of kids. He got a lot of kids everywhere from Virginia to, Georgia to Tennessee to Louisiana and children, and you're trying to get in touch with him. Don't get in touch with me. Contact him on this. He has a Facebook page, and I think someone should create a page called "All of Eric Odom's Children" because man, I've never seen a man with so many children. He had 3 children in one year when my daughter was born. But I digress. How did I get on Eric? How did I even get on Eric? There's the ADD in my brain. Sometimes I just forget, but I also have to laugh at things like that. I have to laugh that I gave years of my life to that situation. And I really don't remember those years of my life. Those should have been my beautiful years. I had my children in those years with Eric, but I don't remember those years of my life very well. I'm pretty sure, and I can say that my first brain doesn't remember, but my second brain, the brain that stores all the pain, all the stuff you stuff away in your gut, it remembers because I can feel my stomach churn and cringe every time I think about or say his name. Now, I know I'm going to have to catch you guys up with a few things. The dreaming, that's something that's going to have to be a different video. It's gotten really weird. As far as my divorce from my family, I haven't done the ceremony yet. Um, I can't do the ceremony for divorcing the complete VC and Kenner line of my family until I have written the book. I think after I write the book, a lot of things are going to change in my life. You see, I still carry that book in my stomach. I notice that every time I write a new song or do something different to relieve pain, my stomach becomes better. My light begins to shine again. So now I'm going to get the rest of the bile out of my system. And people say you have no right. That could be your aunt's story, your uncle's story, their lives. What do you mean I have no right? This is the history of my family that they've hidden in shame and disgust. I won't hide this anymore. Not for you, not for anybody. No matter how much I love you, and no matter how personal you think this is, if you not talking about it had made it stop already, then I wouldn't be in here having this conversation. To my aunts who went through those horrible things with their father, I will be changing your names in the book because you were victims. but the stories are going to be told. We can never walk in fear anymore. You keep walking in fear, and you're going to end up with little girls like me. And not like anything's wrong with me, but I'm an anomaly. I'm the baby that you guys did not want and could not see, that was always observing. And that's because I was sent to observe. I was sent to do a lot of things. And when you're the quiet little girl in the background that nobody really cares about anyway, do you think that people really watch their words in front of you? And do you think that I wasn't more like my father in so many ways? Even my father knew you guys couldn't stand me. It was a running joke between us. But you missed out on something. I am definitely Bud Veazey's daughter, sense of humor and all. And also with the same identical memory. That's why I can remember standing on that stool Uncle Leroy. That's why I can remember walking into this bus stop in Rock with my brother, starting a rap off. I've been rocking ever since 5 years old. Money in my pocket, still clocking the gold. Yeah, that long ago. Don't ever think that me or Chris forgot. Chris, I still have his work to do too. And so his friends in Memphis, or so-called friends in Memphis, know that Chris has let me know. And no, it's not my time. It was his time. But his spirit in me lives on. And as your names are revealed more and more, Memphis, on the corruption and the things you did to my brother, the more you're going to be able to see me in your dreams. Ita Aseo. That's YouTube. I can say me.